The all-electric vehicle race no longer has one horse. This is Audi's entry into the gate, the e-Tron. But will it be a contender? This is Audi's first all-electric vehicle that squeezes between the compact Q5 and the mid-size 3-row Q7. The e-Tron's 2-row 5-passenger capacity pits it against the likes of the Tesla Model X, Jaguar I-Pace, and Mercedes-Benz EQC. While the e-Tron has a futuristic name, in the looks department, it's classic Audi. It has these beautiful lines in the sheet metal, gorgeous details in places like the headlamps and the grille. You know, it looks like a normal SUV, it's just full of tech. What a concept. It's got great passenger and cargo space, and the interior is all luxe. 2 killer screens and tech galore, both of the entertainment and safety kind, and Audi's world-class digital cockpit. The e-Tron's 2 electric motors, one driving the front wheels, the other the rear, is a pretty sophisticated 95-kilowatt lithium-ion battery that's been engineered for both repeatable high-speed charging and precise cooling. Combined, those motors make good power numbers. Range is claimed at 204 miles. So we just drove 73 miles and we actually only used about 70 miles of range, which is pretty great. We've stopped for lunch because, well, Audi doesn't want a gaggle of automotive journalists starving between Napa and Lake Tahoe. But we have a 150 kilowatt DC charger here, which is a high-speed charger. And it's a good thing because we can get about 80% of charge in about 30 minutes. So you know what that means? I've got about 30 minutes to go eat a sandwich. See you later. The e-Tron comes standard with a 9.6 kilowatt charger, which can be installed through Amazon services. Now, with that home charger, you get a full charge in about 9 hours, so sleep tight. With a 110 volt level 1 charger, however, that's more like 80 hours. That's right, 80. I had to fact check that twice. Good thing the network of fast charging stations is growing faster than that hair in your ears. And if you don't make it to a charger, Audi's roadside assistance includes 10 free tows to the nearest charger. So how does it drive? Listen, the first thing I'll say is I like the instant torque acceleration. It's good even for an SUV that's this heavy. The battery pack itself weighs 1,500 pounds. Now, it's just like a regular Audi SUV in that it has different drive modes, like off-road and dynamic. With that dynamic, it has something called boost mode. Put it in dynamic, put it in sport, and hit the accelerator all the way down to the floor, and you get 8 seconds of very, very quick Audi. About 402 horsepower and 0 to 60 in about 5.5 seconds. Now, it's not Tesla fast, but it'll get you on the highway. So what it gives up in whiplash potential, it gains in drivability. It's whisper quiet in this cabin. The ride is smooth, it's mannered, it's an Audi. The e-Tron has an air suspension that comes standard and, adjusted by the Drive Select, can raise the car 2 inches or lower it by 1 inch. It's not intended to be a sporty SUV, so there's no stiff sport mode damping. The ride, though, is extremely comfortable. Totally Audi appropriate. Like all EVs, it does have regenerative brakes. Now it has 2 modes, automatic and manual. When you're just in automatic, it actually feels like pretty normal brakes, but you can adjust it either with the paddle shifters manually, or you can go into the MMI system and do it so it's not temporary. But when you get into that like heavy regen mode, it really feels unnatural when you pull off the throttle. But if you are looking for better range and more of that sort of regenerative power, then it may be a good mode to use. Now, it is an Audi, so of course it has Quattro, but this isn't the standard Quattro, this is the electric Quattro, which, yes, does sound like something your dad would have done at a disco in the 70s. But because this has those 2 motors, one in the front and one in the rear, you get a better distribution of power to each of those wheels through that software system. It reads the conditions of the road 1,000 times a second. And I gotta tell you, it translates into some really nice grip. I bet on snow and ice, it's pretty stellar. Hey Audi, how about we do that drive next? Something else that's super cool is that you can enter your destination in the MMI nav system, and the car will calculate your range taking into account elevation, temperature, and traffic so that you can get to the next charger. And when you're getting low, it's also got a geofence that shows the range you have left so you can locate a charger close enough before you run out of battery. A friend of mine has that same software in his airplane. Very cool. The e-Tron has a range mode which will automatically shut off ancillary programs and systems like climate control in order for you to hang on to more of your range for longer. Let's talk about price. Base starts at $75,000, which, okay, it's an Audi. Now, that's about $5,000 more than the Jaguar I-Pace, but about $6,000 less than the Tesla Model X. So right in the middle, about where you would expect it. Yes, we finally made it to Lake Tahoe. Okay, yes, we got lost. Yes, I lost a GoPro, but we made it in requisite Audi style. And no, I did not actually drive it up on this ramp, but I couldn't help but show you all the view. If this gorgeous SUV that is full of tech is Audi's first foray into the all-electric space, man, I cannot wait to see what they do next. I'm thinking TT.